Welcome to Reimagining Port Cities, Understanding Space, Society and Culture. Today, we will explore contemporary challenges through the lens of port city ecosystems. It is time to rock the boat. Over the past few decades, bigger, faster, cheaper seem to have been the key words of ship and port development. Ports have grown in terms of territory, container throughput, and size of equipment. In 2018, Shanghai led the world with a throughput of 42 million TEU, that is 20-foot equivalent units, the unit for container ship measurements, followed by several other ports in Asia. Jebel Ali in Dubai ranked 10th on this list, maintained by the World Shipping Council. Rotterdam was 11th, the biggest European port with 14.5 million TEU. The biggest port in the Americas was Los Angeles with 9.5 TEU. The numbers in the ranking may have changed, but they're indicative of a constant focus on numbers and growth. The numbers are reflected also in the size of container ships. The OOCL Hong Kong container ship carried 21,413 TEU in 2017. Ship sizes continue to increase, and so does the height of cranes and the depth of canals. The same is true for the hinterland infrastructure, container storage, highways, and rail systems. Ranking also exists for port cities. Each year, maritime metropolises are ranked according to the support they provide for shipping and related services. This ranking of maritime capitals includes soft and hard infrastructure, but also components such as access to talent and services that are key to maritime businesses. In 2019, Singapore held the lead according to the leading maritime capital report in regard to shipping, ports and logistics, as well as attractiveness and competitiveness. According to the report, London is #1 in maritime finance and law, while Oslo is #1 in maritime technology. Hamburg remained #2 in overall rankings, with Rotterdam and Hong Kong catching up. Most of these rankings are based on economic growth, even as the world needs more sustainable practices and new approaches. Tackling contemporary issues requires new lifestyles and measurements. In 2019, New Zealand stopped using GDP, creating its own index with a focus on happiness and well-being, reflecting a shift of the nation's priorities. This decision may have influenced New Zealand's comparatively smooth sailing through the coronavirus pandemic. A focus on growth, speed, and cost leads politicians and planners and scholars to concentrate on large and powerful ports, often ignoring the challenges and opportunities of less well-known or unranked places, or ones that have already gone through transitions. In Dunkirk, for example, the closure of the refineries located in the city has led to major changes in the economic network and the port of Dunkirk. While Dunkirk is much smaller than the global leaders, its experiences can be informative for other ports entering a transition phase. Some port cities are rethinking relationships between ports and cities. The Port of Dublin, for example, leads in engaging the community in heritage preservation activities. AIVP, the Association Internationale Villeport, has collected best practice examples, including many from smaller cities, such as the efforts of the Grand Port Maritime of Guadeloupe for the environmental plan Cayoli to protect and restore the coastal ecosystems of the islands, mangroves, coral reefs, and seagrass. These are just a few examples of innovative practices occurring in smaller port cities, but they raise important questions about agency, about forms of governance, land ownerships, and law. But more importantly, they also raise questions about stewardship for the entire port city region. To promote socially just, sustainable, and circular practices in port city regions, we may have to find new measurements, new scales and terms. This means rethinking actors, their tools, and their institutional cultures, and developing new value-based tools to go beyond current development paths. Can you find examples of port cities that promote smart, mature, sustainable, and socially just values?